Howdy guys, welcome to the show of Jack and All Trades, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to fully service this little Mini X right behind me. Now it's a Cat, brand name, so this one has a little Perkins motor in it that creates 225 horsepower. Now this model is a 2002 and is a 304.5, so remember that. And today we're going to do a full service with the oil change, water and fuel separator, and including the hydraulic. So we can keep this thing up to date. It's been a little overdue, so let's get her changed out. Alright, you're probably all going to ask me, Harvey, how come you are not using brand name filters? I'm using Wicks filters, which is honestly the best filters in my opinion. And I got everything from the Wick brand to the oil filter to the inner and outer air filter, and we got our little water and fuel separator right here. And here is our new hydraulic filter right here. So I want to show y'all how to change everything out, get everything drained, and call it a night. All right, so now we got to show you all how to take this off to get to your hydraulic filter. So first thing first, you got to take off all 4 of your bolts. Now note, your hydraulic filter is right beside of your gas tank, right here, your diesel tank, and right here is how you refill your hydraulic fluid right here. Now the plate of the filter is literally right beside of where you put the hydraulic fluid in. So when you take off this plate, there is going to be like a pressure spring pushing up onto the plate. Now be careful with your bolts, don't lose them, put them all in one place. There's your plate. And here is your spring right here. Put it all right there. Now, make sure you got no filthy hands, because remember, you're taking out the filter of hydraulic. You don't want nothing to be contaminated with the filter or the fluid when you're interchanging. So clean hands, wear gloves, don't care. We're taking this little piece out. This is what this spring sat on right here. I don't know the correct part name for this, but this is sitting right on top of your filter, and there she is. Look at that thing. She is so dark, she needs to be changed. Pretty much let it drain out, most of it can, or yeet it. But I'm going to show you how this was in here. Little piece was right here. Your spring goes back in here like this. Then went to plate. That's how it was. Oh, good. Dropping everything. Spring. You don't want to drop the nuts. That's gonna be a real problem. But anyways, here's your hydraulic filter. Go ahead and get this thing somewheres other than here. Now, I'm gonna get the new filter and show y'all how to reinstall it right back. Alrighty guys, I just got done bringing out the oil in here. So I'm just waiting for it to get all drained out. I'm using 15W40. Shell is the brand of it. So I'm just waiting for the oil to drain. So we'll go ahead and take off the oil filter and let me show you that little part right here. Alrighty guys, here we are in the oil department. Here is your oil filter right here. Here is your fuel and water separator right there. So when you go to tighten these things on, y'all should always make sure they're hand tight, or you're always gonna get stuck in the later next oil change. And there she is. Right, for the new oil filter, the wick. Here's your part number, 51348XP. Wick. Extended performance. Now, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I am always a big fan. Alrighty guys, since we're waiting for the oil to drain, because I still got a little stream going into the pan right now, want to make sure it's all gone. That's just me, but let's go ahead and get to our fuel and water separator. See this little ring right here? What you want to do is you twist it off, and be careful not to drop it. Goes right down. Now I went ahead and primed the fuel filter. That way, give it a more easier startup. And I don't even know where to put this thing. And we're going for the wick. I just got done priming. Put this little thing in here. There she is. Twist it a little bit. Now, you got a little notch come up in here. You got two little notches right here. And to make sure they go in there just right. And we're still not all the way on that thing. Daggone. Okay. There we go. Now you ain't got to tight that thing too tight. Like again, get old snug. Yep. And there is your fuel and water separator. Now, let's get to that little oil filter. Now, to do your oil, I highly recommend 15W40. And when you're changing filters, I also highly recommend to prime your oil filters. I hate when it does that to me. Oh no! Just slowly go down there. You just gotta repeat the process. But we didn't need all that anyways, because when you do your oil, it takes 2 gallons to pour this Perkins motor. And what I have here is a gallon, 2 gallons and a half. Thankfully. Jesus. I'm being a mess here. Alright. Now, we are ready. Alrighty guys, we just got done putting the nut on the oil pan, and as you can see, we are already going ahead and put this oil filter inside the block. Now, I created that little mess. I'm gonna get a rag, hand tight her, only hand tight her. All right. I went ahead and put a little oil, used oil, around the rings of that seal. So that way it will get a good, I mean a good, nice seal. So, you know what that is? It's time to put 2 gallons of oil on our motor. Now make sure you do got a nice clean funnel for your oil. Alright guys, what we got here is your air filter, and this is where your inner and outer goes. Now inner and outer, the smallest one is going to be your inner, and the big one's going to be your outer. Pretty much what it's doing inside, just goes right on in here. There you go. So we're going to go ahead and show y'all what you got. Here you got 2 clips. On the top, on the bottom. Here's how they are set on your piece of equipment. Here's your filter right here, your outer. Pull that thing out. She's dusty. Here's your inner. Expected. Alright. You got a little port in here for this base to set in. So what I'm gonna do is this thing right here. There we go. And your outer is here just like this. I mean, you only got one way for it to go in there. So slide that right on in. Now, how often should you change out your air filters? That is based on all the work and what you are working in. Is there a lot of dust? Is there a lot of mud? You should have no concerns. I usually change filters within a year, especially on my tractor, truck. I mean, it just depends what I'm going through day to day. Now, your little hooks, your clips are like a hook. You gotta go in the lip of that filter box, and you'll be able to pull it. It'll snug it right in there, so you won't get no bad pollution of dirt into your filter. And that is your air filter right there. Got a new fuel and water separator. Got the new oil filter on here. Got the new hydraulic in there. Now, all you gotta do is check your dipstick. If it's reading right, should be pretty good to go. Alrighty guys. Now, after letting everything settle, let it do its thing. About your dipstick, your clean rag. Now right here, got 2 notches. I want that just to be right in here. Right in my finger now. So, pulling it out. And looky there. That's right where we want to be, because right there, the top of it. Now clean oil. So, after all this, you want to crank her up. All right. Alrighty folks, there she is running. That is the little Perkins's motor, 25 horsepower. So far everything looks pretty good. You gotta let it run for 10 minutes. Now, After you all have let your Mini X ran for 10 minutes, check on their oil dipstick. Make sure your levels are reading good on it. That's the most important one. Make sure your hydraulics are looking good, and after that, if they're reading good, you are back to rock and rolling, my friend. So, from the channel of Jack and All Trades, please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll produce more videos. And thank you. See you next time.